Lyric, Language, and Loop. Thank you, Larry. I'm happy to note that in addition to the newsmakers over 30 years on the radio, our show played host to many of the great cabaret singers, and some of them we have tonight because they're stars of this year's series. K.T. Sullivan, Mark Nadler, Eric Comstock, Barbara Pisano, and Eric Yves Garcia. For this year's songbook on July 25th, we have two terrific performers, but sadly only one tonight. Maria Abous, our crossover soprano, has serious parenting problems in Sag Harbor just now. Still, as many will remember from last year, she'll blow us all away at LTV in July. Here tonight, with both his and hers verses, we have Eric Yves Garcia.
Thank you very much.
One of the most beloved and honored singer-piano players in what Bobby Short called Old New York. He also plays around the country, in London, in Paris, on the high seas. He recently won the Donald Smith Award of the Mabel Mercer Foundation at its annual Jazz at Lincoln Center Cabaret Convention. If you haven't ever gone, make it a point. Eric also brings music to young children and older folks with memory problems at the 92nd Street Y, and he's a narrator, voice actor for Audible and a lot of other talking book publishers. Our show is inspired by Richard Linklater's recent film Blue Moon, starring mostly unrecognizable Ethan Hawke, and the tart, sad tale of a famous musical divorce and the broken heart behind it. That's the very short, very clever, very lively in public, but privately closeted and conflicted lyricist Laurie Hart.
The title tune from 1934 was never heard in full in the new film, sadly, because it so embodies Hart's frequently melancholy lyrics and his life. Blue moon, you saw me standing alone, without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own. Blue moon, you knew just what I was there for. You heard me saying a prayer for someone I really could care for. And then there suddenly appeared before me the only one my arms would ever hold. I heard somebody whisper, please adore me. And when I looked, the moon had turned to gold. Blue moon. Now I'm no longer alone, without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own, without a love, without a love of my own. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
So typical of Hart, he writes himself a happy ending, but he can't get the pain out of his mind. The first Rodgers and Hart collaboration for Broadway dates back to 1919, when Dick was only 16, and this number was picked up for the here and gone Broadway show A Lonely Romeo. It was picked up by the burlesque comic Lou Fields, turned producer, at the urging of his pretty 14-year-old daughter, to whom Hart and a fellow Columbia grad had knowingly paid some attention.
That helping hand should have merited the girl at least a footnote in the Great American Songbook, but Dorothy Fields later earned a whole chapter for songs of her own, including Academy Award-winning The Way You Look Tonight with Jerome Kern. But here's that first Rodgers and Hart collaboration on Broadway. There is a railroad around Lover's Lane, and the conductor is you. My heart goes faster than any old train, right on schedule too. All is ready for a honeymoon, I've a route in view. Our express leaves morning, night, and noon. Travel with me, please do. Well, we'll melt in Syria, freeze in Siberia, negligee in Timbuktu. In dreamy Portugal, I'm gonna court you, gal. Ancient Rome will paint anew. Life would be cheerier on Lake Superior. How would Peking do? I'm gonna corner ya in California, any old place with you. We'll madly fly over hill and down dale in little Cupid's Express. I'm at the throttle and I'll never fail, sure, if you answer yes. With me and let me be your guide. 1 + 1 is 1. And our headlights never will collide till life's long road is done. From old Virginia or Abyssinia, we'll trail straight to Halifax. Well, I've got a mania for Pennsylvania, even ride in London hacks. I'll call each Budapest that you like in Budapest or in far Peru. I'd go to Healthier or Philadelphia, any old place with you. Thank you.
Thank you. So the brief success of that song wasn't the only 1919 landmark for teenage composer Rodgers. He also worked with another Columbia grad on an amateur musical at the Waldorf Astoria to benefit the Infants Relief Society. That number, There's Always Room for One More, was meant for a self-styled Lothario, only made it to the Columbia Varsity Show of 1920, but we'll sing it this summer because the other guy was Oscar Hammerstein. It was their first collaboration. So clearly, despite the big type in Blue Moon, the film, the 1943 debut of Oklahoma was not exactly the beginning of Rodgers and Hammerstein, nor was it quite the end of Rodgers and Hart. After 24 years, 30 shows and films, more than 500 musical numbers, too many to name, and of course, Blue Moon. In July, we'll sing many lyrics you know, and a few that we hope you're happy to discover.
The duo's end came because of Hart's increasing alcoholic unreliability and his disdain for the simple, sincere, sweet corn of Dick and Oscar's Oklahoma. But not before Hart and Rodgers completed a spate of new songs for the 1943 revival of their 1927 hit, A Connecticut Yankee, based on Mark Twain's A Connecticut Yankee in King Arthur's Court. Now, parenthetically, by way of introduction, I will say this is not a song that I typically get to do, but in Maria's absence, sadly, she can't join us. She'll be doing it in July. But with your indulgence, I've been married and married. And always I've sighed, I'm never a bridesmaid, I'm always the bride. I never divorced them. Oh, I hadn't the heart. Yet remember these sweet words, till death do us part. I married many men, a ton of them. And yet I was untrue to none of them, because I bumped off every one of them to keep my love alive. Sir Paul was frail. He looked erect to me. At night, he was a horse's neck to me. So I performed an appendectomy to keep my love alive. Sir Marmaduke was very tall. He didn't fit in bed. I solved that problem easily. I just cut off his head. Sir Philip played the harp. Oh, I cussed the thing. I crowned him with his harp to bust the thing. But now he plays where harps are just the thing. To keep my love alive. To keep my love alive. I thought Sir George had possibilities, but his flirtations made me ill at ease. And when I'm ill at ease, I kill at ease to keep my love alive. Sir Charles came from a sanatorium and yelled for drinks in my emporium. I mixed one drink. He's in memoriam. To keep my love alive. Sir Francis was a singing bird, a nightingale, that's why I tossed him off my balcony to see if he could fly. Sir Athelstane indulged in fratricide. He killed his dad, and that was patricide. One night I stabbed him by my mattress side to keep my love alive. To keep my love alive.
Thank you. I'll do this. So you should know that Hart wrote that for actress, songstress Vivian Siegel, to whom he had proposed marriage at least once, whatever his underlying sexual orientation, and with whom on opening night, from his seat and in a drunken stupor, Hart was singing along until removed on Rodgers' order. From his sister's apartment next morning, sadly, madly, Hart took himself to the rainy winter streets, collapsed in a gutter, contracted pneumonia, and died in hospital days later. That ending, I'm sorry to tell you, for those who know, may still cast a chill on his final song's fun lyrics. And that's really our show. You've heard the first, you've heard the last, and you've heard Blue Moon, so we've made the circuit. Thank you all for sampling our preview of the LTV show on July 25th. We hope you'll join us for the full show and lyric sheets so you can sing along for better and verse.